Okay guys, today we're going to talk a little bit about stories. Stories are important and they can really help increase your engagement and really shift the algorithm in your favor. So let me tell you some quick tips about stories. You can plan out your stories. I like to have on Canva, I pick a story template, I start and I just make stories as I think about them. Just to have extras on hand in case during the day, sometimes it gets busy. There's some days that are busier, but then you have something, an arsenal to pull from on those days. Then what I do, you want to make sure that you have 2 to 3 slides per story. Also, when you're posting a story, think of it as a story. Each part is a little part of it. So you could do little talking bits in between. You could even post somebody else's post and then comment on it. It's really good to ask questions on stories. I find that works really well. Talking about a subject, maybe doing a couple slides, then doing me talking about it, then ending with a question. That increases engagement. You can use polls. I haven't found polls they don't work very well. I find it better when people DM me, but test it out and see what works for you, because for everybody that is different. You always want to have a call to action on your stories. People love to see the behind the scenes of your life. So if you can take moments from your everyday life and just post on them, that's great. Like today, I talked a little bit about, I thought my house would never get dirty. And then I showed a bunch of the dishes and all the mess after our trip. Because I was like, I thought for sure I'd keep my house clean, just something silly. Little things like that. Things maybe your kids are doing, parts of your day, what it's like to run a business. I mean, it depends what you're doing, right? You don't want to post more than 8 to 12 stories a day. That is a general rule. You want to space them out pretty evenly throughout the day. You want to check when are your busy times. So make sure you check that out. If you look at the writing, I'll show you where to check that out. So you can check every day, when is your busiest time. Another thing I want to talk about is if you've lost followers. So sometimes what happens is when we are rebranding ourselves or really trying to grow our Instagram, we are changing the way we're doing things. And people don't like change, and your friends, maybe your family that is following you, might not like that. I did have someone say that last summer when I was growing my account, because they said I didn't talk enough personal stuff. It was all business. And to me, I was like, that's a compliment. And I did lose some followers because I wanted to reach my cold market. I wanted to reach people that hadn't heard my story before so that they potentially buy from me.